Well, from South Dakota to Super Bowl champion in a span of just 1 year, Jack Cochrane, part of the Chiefs Super Bowl 57 victory, and he joins me now. And Jack, that's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Is that set in just yet?
It's still in the process of setting it, but thanks for having me on, Jay.
You had such a unique path. You go from undrafted free agent, you make the team on the practice squad, out of fall camp, and then all of a sudden you're elevated a couple of weeks into the season, and boy, it just kept getting better for you.
It was a whirlwind, especially at the beginning there. I got cut the last week of preseason and then was on practice squad and then got elevated real quick and kind of had to put things together for myself there in a hurry. And, throughout the season, I was so focused on just kind of putting one foot in front of the other that, I never really had time to kind of like soak it in and stuff, kind of think about, how fortunate I was to be where I was at. And I'll tell you, when that confetti was falling after the game at the Super Bowl, that definitely hit me.
So you win the AFC Championship at Arrowhead against Cincinnati, and obviously that's in itself is a tremendous accomplishment. But how quickly did it set in that you were going to realize this childhood dream? Just one right after another. You just kept checking boxes as you went through. But hey, I'm going to the Super Bowl here and going to get a chance to win a Lombardi.
I would say the mood after the AFC Championship was a lot different than the mood after the Super Bowl. It was so. I was just so excited, obviously, with a team like Cincinnati, who we've had so many battles with over the past couple of years. It was just like pure excitement. Whereas after the Super Bowl, it was almost like I was like shocked. Like I didn't even have words. Like I was kind of just like numb and was kind of just like I didn't even know what to say. So those two feelings were definitely different. So I would say the AFC Championship was a lot more just excitement for the opportunity coming ahead, and the Super Bowls where it was just all hit me.
So take me through the game itself. Obviously highly competitive. You guys get in a bit of a hole early and work your way back, and push comes to shove at the end and find a way to win that thing. And what were the emotions like for you as you went through from opening kick to that final gun?
Yeah, the thing is that's kind of unique about the Super Bowl is it's a different pace. It's such a slow game because all those commercial breaks and stuff like that. And even, you go out in the field and you still have 30, 40 minutes before kickoff even happens. So you're kind of trying to relax and stay calm, and then the game gets going. And obviously the emotions are incredibly high, but, we dug ourselves a hole. But I think the one thing that's really evident being around our guys in our locker room is that, no matter what happens, we're always pretty confident that we could still get the job done. So we went into halftime, obviously not feeling great about the first half, but kind of just said, hey, this is self-inflicted. We just got to go out and play the football that we know we can in the second half. And so in that way, it was kind of a roller coaster, but just kind of try to stay as level-headed as we could and focus on getting the job done there.
Well, you got it done, and that confetti started to fall, and I know you already kind of alluded to that and the feelings, the numbness that you were feeling in that moment. But as the celebration started ramping up, what was it like?
It was fun. Yeah. It was incredible. Just kind of the feelings you experience after, all the hard work you've had just like paying off. And I had never won a championship in football in my life. I never won a state championship in high school. We never won a championship in South Dakota during my time. So to have the first one be the Super Bowl, I was on cloud nine there for a while.
Well, and the party just kind of keeps going up, right? And you get to the parade and all the chaos that's involved there. I was a little disappointed with Jack, understanding that I never saw you in a fur coat or a bucket hat. You weren't shirtless. Like I felt like you had an opportunity to channel a little Strebler there, and I don't think you pulled it off.
I guess I rocked a little bit of my own style, but yeah, it's definitely a long week. You had the after party after the Super Bowl, which, I don't think I got any sleep until like 5:30 a.m., which I don't know if you count that as sleep, but then you get on a flight the next day, and the parade's Wednesday, and yeah, we were well hydrated, put it that way.
As you should be. But as you consider it, you never want to lose that feeling, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. You're certainly never going to forget anything that happened over the course of the last week, certainly. But the question that immediately comes to my mind is, how do you top that, Jack? This was year one for you in the NFL. So how do you get better from here?
I kind of trying to take like this next week and just kind of like relax, because it has been such a long year, the rookie season. But I'll tell you that feeling was pretty addicting. So I'm starting to already feel a little bit that itch to get back there. And then also kind of just expanding my own role. Obviously, no one plays this game to not play. So I think I'm excited about the opportunity to expand my role on the defense and then on special teams. So I think I definitely have a lot more chase.
What's the greatest lesson that you can take from all this, from year one? The experience that you had, obviously the championship, and remembering that feeling and what it took to get there. But as you move forward in your career and you talk about expanding your role, what are the things that you're going to take with you to attempt to accomplish that piece of what you want to do?
You know, it's funny. Coach Daly, our linebackers coach, I think it was after the offseason program got done, he told me, he said, "Hey, Jack, the ones that make it are the ones that are mentally able to deal with being in the NFL, because there's so much you can't control as far as personnel decisions and you know, what teams are drafting, who they're signing, whatever. But just being able to kind of hone in on what you're doing each day and put one foot in front of the other and really make the most out of each day is all you can really control." So I think that if I continue to do that and continue to improve that mindset, I think I'll be in good shape.